Hey BGBers, and welcome to another Board Game Burgers Taste Test, our format for taking a deeper look at a game and deciding if it's hot or not. My name is Rachel, and I'll be your food critic for today. For this dish, we will be launching off into space and trying astronaut food in Luna Capital by Dever Games, a game designed by Jose Ramon Palacios and illustrated by Albert Montes. In Luna Capital, living on the moon has become reality. The year is 1977, and many companies seek to finance the development of the human settlement and to be the first to build their business in the new moon colony. Other customers, people, have also traveled to the moon in hopes to grow the moon colony. Ready to put your space gear on and try out moonwalking? Players take on the roles of various jobs: engineers, scientists, agriculturalists, miners, etc., and will manage all the opportunities available as they build on the appropriate terrain. Sounds great, right? Well, whoever's colony does the best will win the ultimate prize, which is becoming the capital of the lunar city. Luna Capital is played over 3 phases with 4 turns each phase. Players begin the game with 3 cards in their hand, as well as 2 short-term and 1 long-term goal, which provide a point bonus at the end of the game. On a player's turn, take a construction card and the corresponding tile or tiles underneath that card. Then play one of the construction cards from your hand to your settlement area. Remember that construction cards must be placed in ascending order and adjacent to another card previously played. Then a player must place the tile or tiles anywhere in their city. Project tiles all provide different bonuses for points at the end of the game. Some housing tiles provide points based on how many matching symbols are built around it. The oxygen, water buildings, and greenhouses provide a point multiplier for your longest column or row. The greenhouses also give out points for each set of 3 different fruits. A player can also win some extra points for having the most meteors. The amount of points is based on how many players are in the game. After a player has taken their turn, refill the supply on the main board. Once all players have taken their turn and placed the required tiles and cards, a project tile is added under each card. So, players will have a greater selection each turn until that phase ends. Phases are lettered A, B, and C, and a phase ends after the 4th turn, meaning each player has taken and played a card and 4 tiles. At the beginning of a new phase, any leftover tiles are removed from the board and the rocket. Add the next group of tiles and continue to play, repeating the first phase, but with new project tiles. Once the 3rd phase is finished, you gain the points for the bonuses I mentioned earlier, and even 3 points per construction card you have left over. There are a lot of ways to generate points in this game through different strategies. This is what we generally refer to as a point salad style game. The trick in Luna Capital is to make the most of your 12 turns, maximizing your epic point salad. All the tokens are great and the art is unique. But as far as look goes, I can't help but mention the overly phallic shaped rocket. Was this an inside joke? Could they have not put wings on it to make it look a little less strange? I mean, it is the first thing we all see. Someone had to have mentioned it in the design meeting. But aside from the rocket, the rest of the art and the tokens are well made, and the gameplay is an interesting, impromptu, strategic puzzle. Really, the only luck that comes in this game comes from the card draws and the project tiles. You have a limited number of options presented to you, and you must decide which card and tiles best fit into your personal puzzle that is your space colony. This can create moments of great success by the find of that last tile to get those max points, or gaining the most meteorites in the final turn. But because of all the different point multipliers, you can experience a little bit more downtime than some would like, while the active player adds and multiplies all the points that they would receive for each move. It does help that the block for adding up the points has most of the points that you can receive, but there is room for 2 improvements here. The multiplier for the set of fruits isn't on the block at all. You have to look back into the rulebook to find it. Second, they combine the house multipliers, although they function differently. Just make the block just a little bigger so that everything fits. A player aid with this info could have also been great. Overall, we recommend Luna Capital to those of you who like point salad strategy tile placement games that are reminiscent of the Flip and Right Welcome To. It plays well at 2 players and scales well up to 4 players with each additional player that adds to the downtime. I hope this taste test was helpful in deciding whether this game was for you. If you found this video helpful, please share it with somebody, like it, and subscribe. And as always, stay hungry for more board games. Tschüss!